Hello, 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 hello. How y'all doing out there? Every time we start this, y'all, I look at my wife and I laugh at her because she be giving this look like, boy, here we go again. But you all, we are here tonight, you all, for a special reason. First of all, I want to welcome you all to the Teddy and Monica show. Don't you want to welcome the people to the Teddy and Monica show?
Yes, I want to welcome them. My mic is a little hot. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I know you turned my mic up. But welcome, everyone, to the Teddy and Monica show on this Monday. We're going old school tonight. No guests. It's just Theodore and myself. So I know you all are in for a real treat because, a lot of times he don't know how to behave on air. So, yeah.
I think I'm trying my best to stay in a good posture with you when we're on these airways. But tonight, you all, we having a big event coming up this weekend.
Yes,
Okay,
a large and in charge event.
yes, y'all. It is a live podcast called Pyramids of Love. Okay, and we came up with this idea, you all, because as you all know, our podcast and our radio show, the Ted and Monica show, it derives from a couple, us, that's been together, you all, for 35 years of marriage. And we like to talk about relevant topics. We like to talk about marriage. We like to talk about entrepreneurs because we're both entrepreneurs. We like to talk about family. We like to talk about so many different things with like healing with your body, health issues. We dealt with a couple other things about mental health, diabetes. What were some of the other health issues we dealt with?
I think that's all of them.
No, we did mental health. We did heart attacks. You remember?
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, we come on, get on board. Now you got to put that memory cap on over there so you can help me tonight, y'all. But like I say, we have a big event coming up, and we're excited about it, y'all, because what we're trying to do is create a community for married couples, for couples in general, but really for married couples. And let me say this real quick before I want to jump in and just digging into a couple of situations I came across this, and it says married couples should have a community because it provides vital support, encouragement, a sense of belonging, helping them navigate life's challenges together. It helps them to learn from other couples and ultimately strengthen their marriage by offering a network of people to lean on during difficult times or celebrate successful situational times in their life. So, y'all, it is essential for couples to have a community. When we first started out, we had a pretty big community. Don't you agree?
Mm-hmm. We've always had like a nice sized community.
Yeah. And that's why we came up with this whole podcast. That's why we came up with the radio show, because we know what helped us. I know what helped me be the better man that I am for my wife. And when I tell you 35 years of life with one person, you all know that it's no handbook out there that you can read that's going to help you be in the best marriage or have the best marriage you can have. You need to be with other people. And I say this because I feel like when you're with other people, you're discipled by people, and we should be disciples of each other. So I've learned from some of the best, like a couple of people that's going to be on the panel tonight, Mom and Pop Bell. I learned so many nuggets from them. Did you learn? What's a nugget you could say you learned from Mom and Pop Bell, baby?
Mom Bell is really, she has a lot of wisdom, and I watch her as when Pop Bell is speaking, she doesn't interrupt.
Wow.
She lets him finish his thought. She's just very attentive. And so I just watch her demeanor, and she watch what she says. She just don't blurt out anything. So I'm gonna say a lot of wisdom from her, and just watching them as a older couple. We've sat with them on numerous occasions. We've gone out to dinner with them, and just listening to their story. Because I believe they got married kind of young, and they had kids, and he was in the military. So they had a community with family because he was in the military.
Yeah.
So just to hear their story, it just, it helps helps you in this journey, because like Teddy said, it's not I know we have the Bible, but the Bible don't go step by step on how to handle day-to-day things with another individual. I know you got to put yourself on a back burner a lot of times. It's not about just you in this marriage. You got a partner that you have to think about, and that partner's feelings, their emotions. They're having a bad day. You got to learn how to separate that. You can't. I used to take it to heart, but I had to remember that he's human as well. And he goes to work, and we all know we have a bad day some days, and we come home and we just don't feel like being bothered. But we got to leave that I don't feel like being bothered at the door and come in and greet your spouse and see what that person needs for the day. So
That's good. That's good. I want to give a little our lineup for that we can just give a little, something about our lineup that we have for the panel. I'm gonna start from say the youngest to the oldest. Okay, so we have the Smiths. That's Troy and Janelle Smith. You all. I'm saying these names, y'all, because we specifically chose these people for a reason. This young man and this young lady, we've been knowing them for over 10 years now. And when I watch this man, how he interacts with his wife and with his children, and then how she interacts with her husband, she has a meek spirit. She's never, I've never seen Janelle look like she was angry at Troy. She might look like, boy, shut up or something like that, but she never had a look on her face like she was angry in the presence of her husband. But to piggyback on Troy, y'all, I watched this young man. He literally, y'all, he's there for his children. He helps out. He's one of the only men. Well, I know another one now that I'm watching, but one of the only men that brings his young daughter to the salon, you all, and sits through her whole entire appointment. It may take her 3 hours or more, you all, to get her hair shampoo, conditioned, braided. He sits there through the whole process and does not. He entertains her. As she was young, he would entertain her, help her to not cry. And I'm sitting there looking at this brother like, would I have done that with you? Would I have sit through the whole process and sit at a salon for 3, 4, 5 hours to watch my daughter get her hair done? That right there stood out for me, y'all. And I was sitting there like, okay, it's a man that really takes out his time, and he's everywhere with his children. He beats his wife to the place. He does some things. So that I started out with him first. Then I want to jump to. I'm gonna let you talk about the Fields.
Well, I want to go back to Troy and Janelle.
Okay.
We have had dinner with them. They have date nights. They have other couples that they are in relationship with as well. And so we have develop relationships with some of the people that they are into, that is in their community.
There you go.
So it's not just us and them, it's us, them in their community, and as well as they come in to our community. Even when we was at, different, just different events, they are there. They are very supportive. And then Troy is just always the life of the party. So I can't wait to see what he's going to bring on this Saturday.
Absolutely.
He has a podcast himself, Most Moto. So we're bringing some educated people to the table. Janelle, I love her spirit. She supports her husband in everything. We just went to the Cat Williams show with them. Troy invited us, and we got to be around other married couples as well. We had a good time that night, but I always say fun, food, and fellowship, because that's what we're doing. We're eating and
community.
Talking and laughing, and they were very, very good hosts. So we had to put them on the podcast because I love the interaction with their kids. They have 2 small kids, but they're probably, they're grown a little bit.
7 and 8 now.
Yeah, because we've known them since they were little. So just to watch these babies, how Troy and Janelle has raised them, They're very respectful. Just some awesome kids. Not any baby kids. They are actually just some good kids.
Not the babies. I understand.
I've never seen them out of line. You know, you see some kids rolling in the floor and doing things that they not supposed to do. You know, and I'm quite sure ours have done it too, but they got their butt tagged. So yeah. So who does the next? The Fields?
Yes, the Fields.
Well, the Fields, Jessica and Jerron. Where do we start with them? Oh my goodness. They are our I'm gonna say our ride or die, because anytime we do things else, we have a dispute. Because all right, Vernon's always say, don't tell me who you're over till you tell me who you're under.
Until you're under, yeah.
So they are the people that we chose. If we have a disagreement or anything, we go to them. Yes, they're a little younger than us, but they have a lot of wisdom. Yeah. And so they have two precious daughters, Faith and Grace. And they're coming in town. They're always here. And so they're just an awesome couple with a lot of wisdom and knowledge. I mean, just action-packed. They're more the godly side. Both of them are in church, awesome church home. That's our other church home away from our Tabernacle church home, the one that we love so much. So we fellowship with them. We go up there and visit, stay at the house with them, and we do a lot of things together with them. So we had to put them on the panel because, like I say, they are our mentors. Whenever we just anything we need, even down to outfits, just advice, period.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They do give us a whole different perspective on challenges that we might be facing. For instance, y'all, they help give us coping mechanisms to deal with some of the things that we went through in our marriage, you all, and they're younger than us. So they done gave us some advice, you all, that has brought some similar situations that they had up, but gave us a whole different perspective on what it looks like to be in an argument and be able to come out of the argument on top, because you're gonna argue. We know what the argument thing looks like, but a different perspective, different guidance will help you. And that's why, y'all, we're trying to create this community, y'all, because I'm telling y'all, this is going to be one of the this is gonna be the first, but it's gonna be many more that's gonna come after this. So we're excited to have the Fields on this particular podcast, this first one. So you want to jump to the next one? You done with the Fields? You got anything else you want to say about the Fields tonight?
That's probably about it with the Fields.
Okay. So the next one we want to jump to, y'all, and then we're going to talk a little bit else, a lot more about the community that we're trying to create. The next ones we want to just bring to the table is my brother and my sister, Cecil and Chandra Chisholm. One thing I can say about them, y'all, they're a power couple, and when I see them and see what God has done in their lives with their children are grown now. Mm-hmm. They're empty nesters, really, and what I'm gonna say is I've watched them financially do some great things in their life, you all. They have taken their finances and stayed above the game. I'm talking about credit scores over 700. Financially set to where they take vacation, they go out, they do things as a couple. And did they have a struggle in the beginning of their marriage like all the rest of us? That absolutely. They one of the couples that's going to talk about they was once divorced when they got young, but they got back together real quick. Mm-hmm. They may was divorced for 1 year. They got back together, and now they have shot to the roof, and they're doing amazing things. I'm excited because it's my big brother and my big sister. Anything you want to say about that couple real quick, Monica?
Yeah, so that's another couple that's in our community. We were attending church all together.
Yeah,
and we've done a lot of things together, but I am proud of them as well.
Yeah.
I've watched them grow, and now that their kids are gone, they're doing the empty nesters thing. They are doing it. I mean, they're doing it big time. They are always out of town. Going to different concerts out of town, just different things, living life. I think a lot of couples, once the kids are gone, they like, who are you?
Exactly.
And so, but for them, it wasn't like that, you know.
Yeah.
So they are really, it's kind of like first date again, in the beginning for them.
That's what it looks like.
They are just enjoying life and doing them.
And it's exciting to watch them, y'all. Like they just went to a Mary J. Blige concert together and they posted something. And I was looking at it like, that's what I'm talking about. They have no worries but each other now. I mean, they love and they think about their kids, but they think about each other now, and I'm excited to have them on the panel that night. I am grateful for my brother Cecil and Chandra Chisholm. So that's another a couple that's going to be on the panel. So we're going to move on because we don't want to give you everything because they're going to give their own spills on that night that's gonna encourage every couple that's gonna be there. And I gotta say this, y'all, God has showed up, y'all, because me and Monica started out with a specific number that we wanted to hit, and we've hit that number with ticket sales for this event, y'all. We're so excited about Saturday, y'all. We're gonna, like she said, we're gonna be dressed to impress.
Yes, and let's talk about that.
Talk about it.
So I know we went through COVID, and there's a lot of people out there that's because I went through it. And I didn't know I was going through it. I was just around in my scrubs and just doing me. Kept my hair, my do-rag on, just all day long. And so...
Hated it. No,
yeah, he did. He hated it. I don't have them anymore. I don't have any of them. I don't know if he burned them, threw them away. I don't have any of those anymore. But it's all good. So where I'm going with this is a night where, because I love for my husband to compliment me.
And I like to compliment you too. You know I like to compliment you.
And so this right here, because we go out to dinner, we would, like I said, we went to see Cat Williams. We go places, do different things, but this is different. You're going to be around many, many couples, like 50 plus couples. And so this is a night where I can put on something really nice, sexy for my husband and go out to an event with other couples. I'm just thrilled to be able to dress up, do something different outside of the norm. Yes, I go to work in business casual, and then of course you go to church, but this is something different. That's why we put sleek and chic as the attire. We want you to step out, because he doesn't know exactly what I'm wearing. So I want, when I come into that room, I want him just to be just overwhelmed.
With all eyes on me now. I'm tripping. I had to throw that in there.
I just want, and then it just gives you a confidence in yourself. And so just to be able to go, and we're both dressed up, we get to go to a live podcast and listen to other couples speak. And then once they finish speaking, we got good food. G's Barbecue is coming out.
In the building.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you want you a fried catfish sandwich like I do, fried extra crispy. Oh, yeah, I can't wait. And then we have pictures. You get to take pictures.
Green Eye Photography going to be in the building doing that thing.
Yes, doing the photography. And then... like I say, we got CJ the DJ, and I don't know his DJ name, but he's gonna be,
spinning on the table.
Yeah, so we get to dance, just do things. I mean, yeah, I could say we was practicing dancing last night, but this is with other couples and doing and spending time with each other outside of just going to the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted to the whole thing is to put sexy back in marriage, because a lot of people say, oh, marriage is so boring.
Yeah,
it is not boring by far. It's what you make of it. So that's why we want to have something for couples. We made it reasonable because this is not our first rodeo.
Right.
And we've done this years ago. I think we do our research. It was like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
it might have been 10 plus.
Yeah.
And we was charging $100 back then. We're in 2025 where everything has skyrocketed, but we kept it at $100. Where you gonna go and get food? You're gonna get pictures, education all for $100. You and your spouse. I'm talking about as a couple, $100. So
let me throw this in here real quick. Let me put this in: shared values and experiences, y'all. Building a relationship with couples who share similar values and life stages can foster a sense of connection and understanding, y'all. So social engagements with each other, y'all, it creates a communal opportunity to have activities and experiences that will enhance a couple's bond, y'all. So this thing that we're doing, y'all, it's overall going to give a well-being situation to everyone's marriage. People are going to leave this thing and be empowered in their marriage, y'all. They're going to come out of there loving their spouse, or just if they just look at their spouse a little different in a positive way. We're going to do that. Well, I'm going to say, God, thank you, because we've done our thing for tonight. So I'm going to go. I'm sorry to interrupt you, baby.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry
good.
to interrupt you.
But you gave me a thing to say. The couples that are maybe struggling, this gonna give you a chance to restart the romance.
Ooh, restart the romance. Yeah. That was good.
Yeah. Get that spark back. You got to start somewhere. So get that little spark back. So can you imagine if y'all are going through and, you really, y'all don't, everybody been through this. You just going with emotions like a routine. But that night, if you put on something sexy, and it might jog his memory for something back in the day when he first met you, or else it might jog your memory, and it just create that spark.
That's good.
And one thing leads to another. So I'm just praying that it rekindles any marriage that is rocky right now. I need you all to stay prayed up all week, because the devil, he don't want you to go home and have fun on Saturday. So stay prayed up all week long. Work on your wardrobe for the ones that are coming. And if you didn't get your tickets, contact us. Let's see if we can squeeze you in, because our deadline was today. We had to let the caterer know. But if you really want to come, that's the reason why we did not do a guest on today. I was like, babe, let's talk to the people ourselves today. So we're hoping and praying that everyone come out. We guarantee you gonna have a good time. And I guess you say, how can you guarantee? Because it was ordained by the Lord. He put this whole thing together. This ain't us. We're not making a profit off of this. This is all for the couples. Yes, the kingdom. The kingdom. God tell us to multiply and replenish. How you gonna do it if you're not on one accord with your husband? So we want to just have fun that night. I'm looking forward to it, because I know my husband, he always looks nice. Not this, I got to give you your props.
You trying to give me them. I take them now.
I'm so serious. I don't give out compliments that's untrue. But you are a well-kept man, and I'm anxious to see what he going to look like, because I already know he going to bring it. So, yeah, that's sparking me already. So, hey, that's what we trying to do. We're trying to get some sparklerization going on.
Sparklerization.
Came up with a word. Yeah. Sparklerization.
I take that, y'all. Let's move on before we get y'all. We had to stop the show early. Let's move on. We need to make sure we get through the show tonight. She giving me these looks and these vibes that I love. But next,
that's
you
the
all,
looking vibes that we trying to accomplish on Saturday.
Yes. So the next couple, you all, we're gonna talk about is Pastor and Lady Lewis Freeman and Darren Freeman.
You just messed their name out. Pastor Freeman
and
Lady
Darren Freeman, Lady A.
Yes.
But
those are our wonderful leaders.
Yes, y'all.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna tell you why I specifically chose our pastor, because pastors, I don't know why they think they can't enjoy life or have fun and be in the community with other married people and be outside of the church. My pastor and my first lady, they dig it. They know what's going on. They like to enjoy and disciple and be a part of a community. And this is the one thing that I'm gonna let you talk about what Lady A presented to you, but what Pastor Freeman, he gave me. This is the first, and y'all, and I say this with, y'all got to take it the way I'm about to say this. This is the first pastor in my whole entire career of being in the church that shows. I didn't say that the pastor that I was with previous didn't love their wives, but he shows how much he talks and loves about his wife. He does it over the pulpit. He does it when he's not in the pulpit. Everything about this man as a pastor shows that he respects, he loves, he supports his wife as a pastor. He puts himself on the back burner to support his wife, and to see a man of God, a pastor of a church, do that right there, it spoke out. when we've been there now about a year. Going
we're going on our second year this year.
And I feel like I've been knowing them all my life already, and that's the amazing part about it. And I truly know he knows that we looking at him, and he knows he better. He got to show us what it is and what's going on. And he's doing everything to show us that he is living the righteous life. And the things that he says, you all, he told us, like, I'm not gonna give his story because he's gonna give his own story that night. But Pastor Freeman, I got to give you your props, brother. You are one of the first pastors that I've seen show how much they love their wife over the pulpit, out of the pulpit, just on a day-to-day basis, and the support that you give your wife. He's not inferior of his wife. His wife is just as powerful as he is, but his swag is just it's on a whole nother level. So what you got to say about that couple, Mona?
Well, my beautiful First Lady Adrian Lewis Freeman, she's very powerful, but she's humble in it.
Man.
I mean, she is as beautiful as she can be. Wonderful, dynamic singer. And when it comes to her husband, she's just humble. She makes sure she takes care of him. You're not going to put your mouth on him. You going to respect him. And she sets boundaries, as she should, because, as people, we just like to overwhelm the pastor, but she like, he got to get some rest. He not doing this, he's not doing that. But I just love the love that they show. She lets him be a man. And what I mean by that, a lot of us, we like to overpower our husbands and take charge and do. She let him do the manly things and be treated as a queen. And so I'm watching her and taking notes because, Pastor Freeman open the door for it. He is a gentleman, and she lets him be a gentleman. We run to the car, open the door. No, sit back and let our man open the door.
You're gonna let me open the door, say I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna be opening that door. I'm missing.
But on the serious tip, we love them. We have I don't know, and just to see them as a couple in the church loving on each other. They don't mind kissing each other in front of us. Just loving. She's rubbing on them. Just taking care of his every need, like a wife should.
Yes.
So we just love them tremendously. So we're so glad that they took time out of their busy schedules. You know how busy a pastor is, and then Lady A is an artist, so she is always being pulled in every direction. But they're taking the time out of their schedule to come and join us on Saturday. So I can't wait.
And that's our celebrity guest in the building. We got a celebrity that's gonna be on that panel. God has blessed us to have her. I ain't trying to put you out there, Lady A, but you you doing your thing, girl. The lead singer of the group Risen, you all. That ain't right there. They've won stellar awards. They've done things, and this woman is powerful. And now look, our pastor, he's about to put out a project.
He sure is. Look at him. He trying to keep up Lady A. Trying to keep up Lady A.
We got some powerful leaders.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
powerful but humble.
Humble. Yes. So let me say this before we get to the last two couples. All couples support systems can impact the strengths of marriage, you all. I say support systems because, like I said, that's what we're trying to create. And a lack of a practical support system, y'all, can weaken marriages. So I'm saying that because if people continue to see weak marriages or see weakness in the marriage, people draw from those things. They take those situations and then they can make their own situation just go downhill, and they don't realize, okay, I got to have something to aspire to or want to be more like, And some people got cynical attitudes about marriage. They've seen what their mother and father went through, or seen other couples go through stuff, and they just think that marriage is just not what it should be. But y'all, marriage is everything when you put the work in.
Yes, you got to put the work in. Trust me, it's a lot of work.
I'm even go here. I've seen some marriages get destroyed by relatives. You know, they relatives have destroyed. The mother has destroyed the marriage. The father could have done something to destroy, and even children have destroyed marriages.
Yep. Unfortunately, then that's a sad thing. But yeah, your husband, you God first, then your husband, and then your kids and the mothers. Trust me, you know I love my babies, but I gotta take care of this man right here because they're gonna go on and live their lives. You know, I have a 23-year-old now. He is doing him, and so just think if I pour all my time into him and not my husband. You know, I think that's what happens to a lot of couples. They pour a lot into the kids and then don't get to know each other. So that's why we do date nights. We conversate a whole lot. We just ain't in a car ride. We are conversating because we got a lot going on and we got to stay connected to each other because all we got is each other. He's always said, we only can make deposits and withdrawals from each other. Is that what you always say?
That's it.
So I can't go to my kids and ask and do, and I wouldn't because it's not for them to do. It's this man right here. So I'm just praying that couples that maybe is struggling. That's why we have the Smiths in the fields that have kids because, you know, it's different from when we was raising Theo and Trinity. It's a whole different ball game out here now.
Yeah.
And so we want them to be able to help some of the younger people with their kids. And then we go to Cecil and Chandra and who else with Lady A and Pastor with grown kids.
Yeah.
You know, and then we hit it with 50 in the mud.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about them last. Those last two 50 and up couples last. I want to jump into something else real quick. And y'all, we don't marriage, y'all. You have to understand, marriage is something that actually helps the economy. It's good for the economy. It promotes a stable community, and people don't understand if you have a productive and stable relationship or a marriage, it's gonna produce better kids. It's gonna produce a more productive lifestyle for your children, for you, it just promotes great essence in life, you all. And that's why we have to come together now, you all. We got to stop isolating ourselves as couples and not want to be around each other because believe me, I'm holding these last couple of people because we've learned some stuff from these people, you all. And they have been our community. We benefited from them. It was a time that I was broken in our marriage, and this next couple that we're about to introduce, this older couple came into our lives at a point to where I feel like we was at that wit's end in our marriage. I mean, we was at that place to where we was talking every other day. I want to be with you. You know the arguments we had. We had some days, you know, and it was some days that we felt like we didn't love each other. It was some days. I'm just saying.
Go on and go there. Go on. Remember your open book. Go on and go there.
I'm just saying it was some days like I was like, okay, do I really love my wife? And this man came into my life, you all. And when he said the things that he said, this is the one thing that stood out with me the most. He said, you as a man have the ability to not just, you have the ability to make your wife do whatever you want her to do. It's just your approach. It's the way you communicate with her. It's the way you talk to her. It's the way you massage the conversation. It's how you bring it across the table. You cannot go to your wife with anger, with frustration, with anything but love. Christ told us to love our wives like he loved the church. He loved us in spite of everything that we did, anything that we've done to him. He still loved us because believe me, when you get birth in the morning, y'all don't understand how much love that is. You better know. Getting breath. One of our girls said on the podcast, on the Zoom call this morning, she said, What if he woke you up, gave you that breath, and then right after he gave you that breath, you started choking on every other breath that you took? He gives us breath every morning. He loves us that much. Christ loves you that much. So if he allows you to be in a marriage or be in a relationship with someone, you should love that person to the utmost ability of your life. That means sacrificing, doing things, caring for her. But the most important thing he said is the way you talk to your wife. You look like you want to say something.
No, hey,
come on.
Hey, that's changed a lot because my husband was a barker, and a barker is someone that just always ruff, 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 and nothing nice. I mean, it's a what? How do you even put it? It's just a bark. You know how a dog ruff, ruff. And I'm like, who are you talking to? And after that, I'm like, shut it down. I ain't listening. What you said? What? So. Yeah, we went through. Yeah, that was the best advice that he could have given him, because it took him some work. It did. When he started, I would give him this look like you're barking, and that's all I would have to say. And he will calm it down, and he'll take a breath and say, "Okay, let me discuss." No matter what I brought to him, if I don't spend too much money, because he would just, "Hey, you barking? You need to ask me what it was for," and I would break it down to you. Yeah. So it's a lot of give and take, but my thing on it is you have to, our new thing is to try to outserve each other. So whatever he need or whatever I need, we're out serving each other no matter what it is. I done started doing something like, baby, can you go to the kitchen and give me some? I might not even want it. I'm just gonna see if he gonna get up and do it. But he has to.
Okay.
He asked me. I just because I always like, if he asks me for something, I'm Johnny on the spot. You know how your mama tell you get up do something. I'm Johnny on the spot for he get to understand it's done. Baby, I need some. You need water. I got it. You need your medicine. I got it. So it's all about just making sure I take care of them. Then my other things, women, if you don't take care of them, and I call them, well, my mama called them Sally Sue, but I call them other women out there, they would love to take care of your husband. We always think, well, ain't nobody want him. Baby, it's far and few between. And trust me, Sally would love to come take care of them and do the things that you don't want to do. So I had to get that in my head. Was like, well, what if Sally Sue did come do what you didn't want to do? Hey, you can't leave. I think I got this from Lady Vernon. She said, you can't leave a hungry dog in front of the steak. Hey, come on now. So I'm like, and then she also said, you can't send your husband out in this world thirsty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you got to take care of him, take care of his needs. So we been in this game 30 plus years, and we just want to take couples. We don't want y'all to repeat the same mistakes that we repeated, because you can't get back time.
Yeah.
We wish we knew this stuff back.
Right. Wow. In the first part of our marriage.
So now we 50 plus and we trying to get it right.
Yeah.
And we'd have lost all that time. And that's why I educate my kids, my son. Hey, you better take notes, which they've seen us. And so I think they know, but we don't want anybody to repeat the foolishness that we went through, not speaking, sleeping in different rooms. You don't talk to me, I ain't gonna talk to you. And I mean, we were going weeks like that as roommates. And so we don't want y'all to go through that. That's pure foolishness. And God has his way, because we tried that one time, and I think I never forget my tire. I was on 24 in the HOV lane rolling, and something fell out somebody's car, and it hit the car in front of me and bounced onto mine. However, I ran over it and it blew my tires. I went from the HOV lane all the way, I don't know how many lanes on 24, and landed on a guardrail. Guess what? I wasn't talking to him, but guess who I had to call?
Wow.
And when he saw that truck, he was like, oh my God. And that was just a wake up call, because I could have been gone. I mean, from all those lanes. And then how busy 24 is. I did not hit a single car. Not a single car. And so it's just those just little tidbits. That's that little silly stuff that we used to go to. I mean, we could have been arguing over, because I'm real funny about my cooking. He might have said, "Oh, you put too much salt in the vegetable." And I'm like, who? No.
I'm honest, y'all. I gotta be honest. That's one thing I got to tell you. You gotta be honest in your marriage now. And that's one thing I told my wife. I was like, I have to be honest. I'm not gonna play like I'm happy about something that I'm not. So
yeah, he good for that. He gonna tell you if he don't like something.
I'm gonna communicate. That's one thing that we got to understand about marriage. This is not a try to figure it out, and that's why I'm going to introduce this next couple, Mom and Pop Bill. 50 years, you all, they have made it. They made it, and they gave us advice like this to be transparent and honest with each other, talk about it, because if we can't communicate and talk to each other, what is this if we can't be honest with each other?
Right, and all them other people that you talk to at work, them co-workers, them girlfriends, you gotta know who your circle is. And basically your circle is you, your husband, and the Lord. Because your friends, a lot of times you got them friends that they not married, they single, but they gonna tell you how to take care of your husband. I'm like, really? Yeah, or else you looking at these superstars on TV. That's my pet peeve. I'm like, what can they tell me? They got maids, they got people take care of their kids, they don't work an 8 to 5 job. I know they might do their career, but I'm looking at the real woman that can go to work, go to school, take care of the kids, come home, cook dinner, take care of her husband. That's what I'm looking at. All this other stuff, no, that's false reality for me. You give me somebody that's working, that do the things that I do, and that's who can tell me or give me some advice. Yeah. I can't listen to. We don't do that. We don't. And then your moms, I love my mom to death. I talk, but you can't tell them everything because they're gonna hold a grudge against your husband once you and him make up. She be like, wait, So we had a lot of things to learn, and so we just want to share it. That's what this Saturday is about. That's what this podcast is about. That's why we was asking people, come on, get your tickets, come on in this room with us, and we got 6 different couples.
And that leads to the next couple. I've also been knowing this couple, you all, about 20-something years. And when we had them on a previous podcast, and they're the Masons, Shirley and Joe Mason. And y'all, another couple that's been married 50 years. 2 beautiful girls, Zuri and Aisha. And they've been through every facet of marriage that you can think of, and this I'm gonna give Joe some props. This is a 78-year-old man who whooped my butt out there on the bowling alley lanes, y'all. When I tell y'all this, I'm looking like this man 78 years old, and he killing me out here on these. He takes care of his body, he takes care of his mind, and he's in shape. He's living a life, y'all. They just moved, and this is what impressed me about them. They just moved from Indianapolis. They were in Indianapolis, and they said they want to be closer to their children and their grandbaby. So they sold their house, moved in their latter part of life. So that lets you know that they took care of their finances. They took care of every situation that led them and made them be able to move, to be into a situation where they can be close to their granddaughter, to help them raise their granddaughter. Because they say grandparents are better than parents, because grandparents have learned what it's like to not do. So by the time you get a grandchild, you done figured it out what parenting is about. So grandparents are amazing. So I've watched them, you all, be some of the best grandparents. I've watched them, like I say, take care of their self, their body. Miss Shirley she's such a meek, sweet spirit, you all. I'm talking about blessed, anointed, a minister. Joe is a deacon and also a minister, and y'all, they're living their life. They do the date night thing in their 70s, kicking it strong, go on trips. She told me once, he just y'all, this is gonna get you. In his 70s, he set up a trip for them to go, and he set up the plane. It was, I believe it was a 1 or 2 day trip getaway. He set it up himself. Set up the plane ride.
Did you take some notes?
I took some notes. I got you.
Yeah, you sure do, because you are about to take me somewhere.
Come on. Well, yeah. So I'm taking notes, y'all. And this is one of the things, y'all. 4 elements of community, y'all. Membership, that's the most important element of community in marriages and everything. To be in a community where you're a member or you feel like you're involved. Then the next one is influence. You have to look to someone that has some great influence that can show you or give you something special or make you want to be better. I want to be around couples that make me want to be better for you. I want the influence of men that's gonna be like, I can be like, man, if I'm like that at 78, you're gonna be a happy woman. You're gonna be a happy young lady if I'm like that in my 70s.
You will.
I know. Hey, if as long as God let me make it, I'm on my way. That's why we creating this community. The next one is the fulfillment of needs. Community members have their needs met through community. And you can read all this stuff on the internet, but these are things that we've seen these things personal, hand in hand. We watch what community has done in our lives, y'all. So that's why we're trying to make this connection real. We're trying to get you to understand it ain't no big eyes, no. Like I said, we got pastors that's gonna be in the building. We got senior pastors that's gonna be in the building that night, and it's no big eyes that's gonna be there, y'all. We're coming together as a community and the last one is to share our emotional connections. So we're gonna come in there and tell you about some of the bonds and the experiences and the stories that we've been through that's kept us, that made us stronger, you all. So this whole even this podcast and this radio show, when our pastor gave us this radio show and then we decided to go ahead and make this a podcast, we said we're doing this because we want to create influence and create a atmosphere, create spaces to where people can enjoy life while you're here, because you people don't understand. You think you got forever here on this earth. You think you got forever. It is not promised to you. Every day, all you social media readers, all you social media people, every day you're seeing someone die. Every day. Why be here and not enjoy life, especially if you're connected to a beautiful woman? Especially,
and a handsome man.
Especially if you're connected to someone. Why be here on earth and not be excited about life? Not be happy with life? Not understand that you have the opportunity to share your life with someone? Why make it a struggle? Why make it a struggle, man? Because we made it a struggle for about 10 years. We made it a good old struggle.
Well, that's okay. You learn from your struggle.
You learn.
So, yeah.
But community is what's gonna help the younger ones, because that's all we want to do is make it to where some other couples that's younger than us, or that may be the same age we are, or just
anybody, period. Yeah. Because we might have some old ones that just get it right. They can get it right now. So
yeah. You're right about that. It's some older knuckleheads out there that ain't doing what they supposed to do as well. And like I say, you don't have time to play these games, that anger game, that frustration game, that bitter game, that unforgiveness game. It doesn't work on the playing field. You can't bring that's a foul. When you bring those things to the game, it's an automatic red flag. Throw the towel or whatever. Let's tee them up. That take all the unforgiveness, the bitterness, the stress, the unfaithfulness, you all. I've seen over 35 years, you all, God has blessed us to the point to where I truly now, at this age of right 53, finna be 54, I truly understand now that God is our source in this thing. If it was not for him, where would we be? We were with one of the other couples that's going to be at the event. Keith and Kim turned yesterday, and talk about that, baby, about Gems and what we did yesterday with them, this couple.
Gems is an organization that goes out in the community and help young people that have young females and males. The males are called Onyx. And so yesterday we went out and fed some of the homeless men and women, and it was just a blessing to see, to fellowship with them first, and then to go out and be able to hand out bags to them, and they were so grateful. And it was a reality check for us because we take this life for granted. You got people that are living on the streets. One guy came to us and said all he had was the clothes that he had on. The stuff he had was stolen that night wherever he was, and so he was asking for clothes. One guy had, his shoes were just totally gone. So y'all, we got to be grateful. We don't have time for foolishness. We need to take time to help each other in this journey, which is called life.
Yes. Like I say, another couple. So, this thing about to come to the end. I'm going to give my quick conclusion. I'm going to let you end the night with your conclusion, okay? So, y'all, there's no ideal marriage out there. No ideal marriage, but you can have a great marriage. And I'm gonna give you a couple of things, other elements that I feel as we create this community and start from now on, because we're gonna do this until God takes me home. We're gonna be powerful in this thing. But one thing that I know that's gonna help you have a great marriage, you have to have love. You have to have commitment. You have to have trust. You got to give each other the right time and the right attention. You got to have good communication, including listening to your partner, you all. You got to be tolerant. You got to have patience. And like I said, y'all can read this. This is stuff that, we've been just researching and stuff people are giving us. But this is stuff that's out there. You got to be open with each other. You got to be honest, like we talked about earlier. You got to have a respect for the other person. You got to be able to compromise. You got to be generous. You have to be in situations in marriage to where you're sacrificing your life. This is a sacrificial lifestyle. And that's the only way it's going to work, is if married couples are willing to sacrifice. So like we said, we pray that people come on out, be a part of Pyramids of Love, because we're going to talk about it. We're going to create that community. It's going to be special, because I know there's some people out there that they dysfunctional in their mind when it comes to marriage. They're dysfunctional when it comes to marriage. And people need a community to help with that dysfunction. So I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna throw the conclusion up to you, Monica.
Well, I don't have it in conclusion because you've taken everything, so I'm not gonna regurgitate what you said. But we pray that you all come and join us. The Pyramids of Love is the different stages of love, from when you first start out to the middle when your kids are almost growing up, and then when they're out the house. So come join us Saturday, March the 15th. Off of Clarksville Highway, Pyramids. But if you are interested in coming, we have a link on the website. Correct? Yes. And if not, if you're listening, we can Zelle. I'm just gonna put it out there. Hey, it is what it is. If you want a Zelle, it's $100 for a couple, and it's Zelle is with my phone number 615-260-7105, and then my Cash App is $ Monica with a capital M, Chisholm capital C, and then HIS as in Sam, OM as in Mary. $100. Come join us 6 to 9 on Saturday.
Yes.
Sacrificial Conversations, yes. Teddy and Monica show, hosting live podcasts, food, fun, fellowship, dancing, and boots on the ground. You see, I got my fan. You see, I got my fan. Yeah. So come join us.
Yep.
All right,
we love you all. You all be blessed. You have been listening to WFTB 104.1 FM Tab Nashville Gospel Radio Station, one of the best gospel stations in the land. You all have a blessed night. Also, Sacrificial Conversations will be aired Wednesday morning at 12 a.m. Snippets will be on all social media platforms. We want to give it up, y'all, for sponsors. They have been one of the sponsors for the Pyramids of Love, and Beverly's of Nashville is also a sponsor of everything that we do. So we just want to say we love you all. You be blessed out there and have an amazing night. told y'all it was going to be a good conversation, sacrificial conversations. Did you subscribe yet? Hit that like button. You might get something that's going to help your life. Y'all be blessed.